Make sure they know where the house light control is.
Welcome to the Northern Susan Reed Black Box Theater at the College of Central Florida, and welcome to this production of In Willowbark Woods. At this time, please take a moment to silence your cell phones and any other electronic devices. Please refrain from any photography or video recording. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please locate the nearest exit sign and exit the building in a safe and orderly manner. This production is presented without intermission, and we kindly request that you hold all applause until the end of the show. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this live premiere performance of In Willowbark Woods.
She used to take us with her when she went in town a few times a week. Groceries, whatever. We never got out of the car when she went to places, but we saw the entire town from the backseat of the wagon. The day would go by as a kind of blur, but I always knew we were heading home when we passed this one corner store. Basically the last thing before hitting the woods. Every so often she would stop there and let us get out and go with her. That last stop feeling, that knowing that there's really nowhere else to stop before you get home, that's the unincorporated community of Willowbark for you. trailers here and there, the occasional old ranch house, and trees. Trees for miles and miles. You could lose track of the daylight. They were so thick sometimes. When the store burnt down this one year, it only took about a month before the ground was covered and the woods moved back in. Every time we'd ride by, she would say, "Remember that old store?" And we'd try and remember how it stood next to the road, got harder and harder to see the ashes. Woods moved back in quick when she passed by like the notice. That feeling of having passed it, a little ache when you realized it was come back to look, that's Willowbark. That's just how it is here. Used to be a greyhound stop. Now the only thing passing through is us, and we don't have eyes for nothing but Mama's porch and gates to heaven. Till then, who knows?
The sun may rise and she may fall, but hung in all the branches is the life for us all. The grass is long and wide, an apron for the storm. They bow in face as willows sweep their base before joy. The road is long through fork and turn, but the gravel on their shoulders sings a journey to return. The grass is long and wide, an apron for the storm. They bow in thanks as willows sweep their base before joy. And on the road we wander. On the road we wander. On the road we
If my Meemaw knew I was drinking unsweet tea right now, she would come from the clear blue skies just to whip my ass right back to the factory to fix that problem. The other day I had it with lemonade in it. I mean, it wasn't bad, but nowadays they just take it right out of the bottle or something. And I don't think I had real good sweet tea since, as a matter of fact, last reunion at Meemaw's. She had a way about her. She wouldn't tell anyone how she done it. It would just appear in the fridge, like witchcraft when you went looking. But she told me how to make it. Listen, you take lemon juice, sugar syrup, stir that up real nice. Add you a shot of bourbon and you got yourself a mean whiskey sour. Knock that back real quick and you're ready. Take 10 Lipton tea bags, put them in a pitcher with some cool tap water. Put it on the porch all day the day before you have your company. Then you take about 700 pounds of sugar. Now I'm just messing with you. You take 3 or 4 cups of sugar. You stir that out while it's still warm. Fill the rest of that picture up and you got yourself some Mint Hill Me My Son tea. I do make it, but it ain't the same. Maybe it was something about Meemaw's porch or the sun that was just different out there. Her house lived right on top of a little slope, and the trees were parted just right. Everything felt right as rain when you were there. Matter of fact, if it rained and you were there, the driveway would flood, and you were stuck all day. You, Meemaw, and that tea. Nothing much else. Bless her heart. It wasn't just the tea, you know. Everything about Mint Hill was sweet.
After Moses takes the Jews out of Egypt, they pass through the Red Sea, so they pass through the water into new life again. And like thousands of years before Mary and Joseph in Bethlehem, this dude builds the ark, and all the animals in his family, they pass through the water again into a new life, right? This is why these big-ass cathedrals and churches in general, well, I guess the old ones more so, and the new warehouse-looking ones, the mega ones, look like ships. We are souls on a ship sent forth to reach the shores of heaven. Have you ever heard that before? Mind-blowing, dude. So, if
If you go by one of these old churches and look at the wood on the outside, these country-ass dudes who probably never saw the ocean in their life built these buildings like ships. Wow, right? They call it clapboard. Shipwrights call it shiplap. I call it wood because I don't know shit about ships, but seriously, it looks the same. Anyway, everybody's just looking for safe harbor, right? Any port in the storm. These are the things you're supposed to work through sitting in a deer stand at 4:30 a.m., right? No? Oh, man. No, I didn't even see the bastard right in front of me for a hot second, too. No, don't worry, I got it. I can't see all that well, but I don't visually miss.
In the early morning, round 7 a.m., I am up and at 'em. On the road by about 7:30. It's a pretty nice drive. Unaware I'm getting older by the minute. No one's gonna take away the blue of the day. In the afternoon, when I get out of work, I'm right back behind the wheel. No one seems to get that the scenic route gives me time to heal. I am taking my time, making my way wherever home is by the blue of the day. My mama taught me that everyone finds their way. She says, if you ever get lost, talk to Jesus and pray. Well, I can't say I've ever heard God in a prayer, but I see Him every day in the blue of the day. I may get real lonely making my way, but at least I'm alive for the blue of the day.
Everyone thinks that they can go their entire life without accidentally being in a cult. Everyone thinks they're immune to it or something. That is, until they've been buying and consuming nothing but green smoothies for the last 2 weeks, after the high school bully DM'd them about a great opportunity. They're walking around with sauna pants on, wondering why people are avoiding them. Nose blind to the stick there's people on behind them. Totally deaf to the sound of the green smoothie first with their earbuds in their third run of the day! But no, they're not in a cult. 2 Sundays ago, I wore my church outfit to church, just in a polo, made my coffee in the lobby the same way I always do, sang, chanted, and slept my way through the service. Like everyone else, I switched on my church smile and switched off my actual feelings. The pastor barked that it wasn't very Christian to wear a beard, so I went home and shaved. Definitely not a cult. I mean, I've always had an iPhone, but I promise, it's not a cult. No, none of us are stupid enough to join a cult. That is, till one of us learns about intermittent fasting. In a few days, not only are you not eating 16 ounces a day, but you make sure all your closest friends say they're eating 16 ounces a day. You slid into their DMs, preaching the gospel. Just sleep through 8 of those fasting hours, brother. If you're eating and enjoying it, you're weak. If you're hungry and suffering, you're a winner. That's what your guru says. So that's what you say, and what you need to believe. At any rate, whatever you may say, you put on your favorite clothes, make your coffee, and eat your Pop-Tarts like you always did. But no one is thinking you're trash as far as you know. So officially, you're in your 10th hour of fasting and not even hungry. You'll check in with your guru, you'll go to your meetings, you bow to your phone for 8 hours of worshipful doom scrolling per day. You'll start speaking the language, abuse the shit out of the jargon, and it can make you free. But at least you're not in the cult, right?
Darling, I've tried to write this so many times, and each time I get stuck. But here's what matters. We're moving. Probably tomorrow. I can't sneak another note through your window after tonight. So I want you to have this. Just something to keep if you want it. I don't regret anything between us. I only wish I hadn't said what I did last time. You helped me see more truth about everything than anyone ever has, and I'm grateful. Just because I'm scared doesn't mean I wasn't being real with you. I wish I'd taken more chances, but time's up. And we have to live with what was. No more apologies we can't take back. I honestly don't know how I'll live without you. Leaving this road, driving past Duck Pond and that driveway for the last time feels impossible. Just thinking about it brings every memory back. I wish we'd found each other sooner. I would have given anything for more time. I'll remember every single moment, no matter where I go or how long I'm gone. If I hadn't told Dad, maybe this wouldn't have happened, but it did. Even though I haven't seen anyone in a month, I can still hear your voice. I still remember that first note you left me in the birdhouse. I'll come back one day, when I don't have to be afraid anymore. I know Willowbark won't change much, and I'm hoping you won't either. I know it's it's not fair, but that's what I want for home and for you to stay the same. Please forgive me for what I said and how I hurt you. I'd give anything to take it back. You made me feel safe when I felt like there was nowhere safe to be. My grandmother always said, God doesn't close one door without opening another. But I'm so tired of locked doors, especially this one. I love you. Don't ever doubt that. Whenever you feel the breeze on Mint Hill, that's me whispering your name. Forgive my mistakes. Forgive all the pain. If dreams are a place we can meet, I hope you'll find me there. I'm just asleep away. Don't think of me as gone. Wait for me. I'm out of time now. Goodbye.
Good evening, everyone. I think I've gotten around to everyone, but just in case, my name is Mary Grace, and I'm so honored and happy to be the maid of honor for my very best friend, the bride, Mrs. Albritton. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Dubose, for this wonderful gift of a wedding, and thank you so much to Aunt B's Southern Kitchen for this gorgeous luncheon. The food was wonderful. Am I right, everyone? If you had told me 8 years ago that the same girls who argued over who had the blondest hair would be best friends and here in this barn today celebrating the beginning of a new life in marriage, well, there ain't no way I believe you. But God, I am so blessed and honored to know Mrs. Albritton and to be able to call her my best friend. And God, girl, you might as well be my sister. I know we've had our ups and downs, but I consider that to be a hallmark of a true friendship. That we can be open and honest about everything. I will never forget all those experimental cake recipes and your mama standing there watching us clean up that mess when someone dropped the bag of flour. Or all those late nights in the Walmart parking lot in our parking spot. Or all the Taco Bell runs and all the girls' nights that was just us riding around. I don't know where I'd be without you, doll, but I am just so happy to be here with you now. And if you had told me years ago that this handsome man was going to be your husband, there ain't no way I would have just laughed and laughed. You know, she actually took the two of us up on a date. We actually did go out and talked about her the entire night. I told her, Bethany, this man wants to date you, not me. And the rest is history. So, after being there for your first date, your first kiss, the first I love you, and for years of will they, won't they, I am so happy to be here on the first day of your marriage. And I know I speak for everyone here when I wish you the very happiest and most beautiful life together. Here's to Beth and Graham, Mr. and Mrs. Albritton.
freaky shit, but I'm pretty sure my mom would kill me if she found out, okay? So, like I said, we took this old cigar box back behind my house and into the woods. I knew this spot, this old tree down by the creek. The one that's rotten, it's down by the creek. Anyways, we put the box in there, and over the next couple of weeks, we started smuggling things that we thought we might need, like matches, bits of paper, little glass bottles, things like that. Knife, some candles. But we didn't have the page from the book. We took a glance at it, so we kind of knew what we needed, but we were still going to need to get the page from the bookstore. So, I was the one who got there first, and I had to sneak around a bit in order to find the book. I remember the title, kinda, and I think the book was colored green. Either way, when I eventually found it, I had to sneak it back over to the magazines and tear the page out. Then, I had to get the page home, so I literally just folded it up and put it in my shoe. I called him and told him to meet me at the box that night. Now here's the scary part. Getting out of the house without anyone knowing. So, I just waited until everyone fell asleep and then just walked out the front door. It's always unlocked and it's quiet. So, I didn't see him in the dark when I came up because, well, it was all dark and it was wet outside, it was raining, and there was this odd breeze that came in that felt like fall, yet it was hot like summer. Anyways, when he talked to me, I about pissed myself, and we had to light one of the candles for some light, and we scattered the rest along the ground, just like the page said. And then we started to speak the words. It all sounded so strange, but now it just sounded dumb. So, we gathered everything up and put it in the hole on the tree, and figured it was all bullshit. But here's when things get weird. We were turning away from the creek. We didn't get 10 steps until I could see the light on the back porch of my house, but yet it was like all the stars suddenly went off. And I could feel this presence behind us. He felt it too, because we both looked at each other at the same time and said, shit. We both just started running. And I could swear I heard 3 people behind me as he fell behind. And I could hear it right behind me too. So I ran all the way back to the front of my house, got inside. I don't know how, no one heard me come in, but I ran all the way up to my room and turned on every light that I could. I was worried he was going to call the house, and I tried to get the phone out of the living room, but I just couldn't, dude. I was 100% freaked. And I thought I was going to die. Jesus, dude. I knew I shouldn't have gone down there. I had this funny feeling. It was that funny feeling that I got after I had those leftovers from the night before. It was like those leftovers and those random brownies anyway. Listen to your gut. Otherwise you might have a bad time. Moral of the story. Do not do mysterious spells in the woods in the middle of the night. He and I didn't even talk about it. I don't even know what any of that was, but I wanted nothing to do with it. Hell, even when he and I met Monday, we just looked at each other and said, nice weekend? Yeah, man. Sweet. We did find mud in the morning, and Mom was pretty pissed about that, but Dad was way more upset about there not being any brownies, so, alright. Scary stuff, man. Scary.
when exactly is it all going to end? I mean, you live your entire life just knowing, just sure. And now I'm just sitting here, noticing things about this place that I've never noticed before. Like the brackets under the rail of the deck, over there by the stairs. Dad must have had to cut 10 of those to make sure one fit just right. And I bet he wouldn't have stopped until he made one that fit just perfectly. Or the way that the deck kind of slopes a little when you look at it from over here. I can't believe they let that go. Seems like something Mom and Dad would have noticed. Or the porch light. When have you ever changed that bulb? I mean, I don't remember it ever being off any night. And I don't remember it ever going out since we moved here. Hard to believe it'd be the same bulb as was in there when we moved here about 10 years ago, or however long. But listen, it's definitely one of those old type bulbs. Anyways, as I was saying, you just have to accept that it's okay. Because you have no choice. Right? Like there's nothing stopping this. And there's nothing to change when it will exactly happen. And no amount of crying, or kicking, and screaming is gonna bring you another day of God. All of the things. So plant that garden, climb that big ass tree we found the other day back there, or any of that. I'm just glad Dad isn't here to see this. And I'm glad Mom can't really comprehend what's going on. I mean, yeah, I'm glad she lived this long, but Jesus, man, seriously, how the frick does anyone know what it's like to take care for a lady like her and what it really is? I mean, yeah, people have parents that they take care of all the time, but I don't ever see any of them beat to all kinds of hell trying to do it. They go to work, they go to church, and they still have time to do all the things that they want to do. And they still look all sunshines and daisies the next morning. Maybe we're just not cut out for it. This is why this is the best thing. This is why we have to do it. So just take a breath and make peace out of it, because it's happening. She can't live here. She can't take care of herself. I mean, she barely knows what day it is. She hardly remembers your name or even my name. So we gotta do it. That's it. I mean, yeah, just because it's the best thing don't make it no easier. But it's happening, and that's that. So just take a breath and let's go. You remember how we used to drive past the old place just to see what was different? Depending on who buys the place, a lot might change. Especially if they have some cash. Jesus, God in heaven. A little spare cash would come a long way out here. Anyways. So a lot might change, but I guarantee you one thing. That bulb ain't going nowhere. I mean, if it hasn't burnt out yet since we've been here, it might not burn out when we're gone. Wouldn't that be depressing? right when we're out of here, it just burns out. Maybe that would be perfect. Maybe the next person ought to bring their own goddamn light for themselves. Do you leave the light on for someone, or do you just let them figure it out themselves? Mama always left the light on for us. I mean, who knows what's right? Who knows what the best thing is? And honestly, I'm tired of twiddling my damn thumbs trying to sort it out. So we'll just do what we see right, and God will sort it out. I'm tired of having to consciously breathe day in and day out, in and out, in and out, without feeling horrible, like I did something wrong. I mean, today's Monday. I'm on the road Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Friday we gotta move her out, and we're out of here by noon. Before noon. You just don't know. You just never know. You just can't possibly know, but by God, it's coming for you. You just don't. Just never, just can't possibly know. Fuck, dude.
Sitting on the porch with my girl. We played guitar to make the sixth string of broken heart, boy, they could sing. All it took was sitting in the club played that guitar like it didn't have a care. I called him up to ask him how to write a tune. Said all it takes is years and still there. Sitting on the porch, just being waiting for the trees, wishing they could understand. Wrote it down, it said, "Sleep the dying night." All it took was some talisman.
I talked to Wilson last week, and we finally decided it was time for me to get out of here. I mean, it's done been time for me to get out of here. I've lived here alone for how long has it been now? 2 years? one thing when there was other people here, you know, Mama and them. But now, I mean, why live here alone? After all, I am head over heels in love with a man. People live together before they get married these days. I've spent enough time trying to convince myself that it's okay. It makes no sense making that sweet man drive 20 miles out here with nothing to do except sit on the porch and watch TV. I read a bit of trash the other day. 10 ways to excite your man or something. I should write an article called 10 Ways to Feel More Excited About a Slow-Cooked Pot Roast. We never go out. We always end up at his place with his stuff and the same old pot roast he loves to make. Honestly, it's one of the reasons we always end up there, because this is seriously the best pot roast I've had. Every time, no doubt. I need it every day for the rest of my life. What do you call that feeling when you've been looking forward to leaving, and then as soon as you get good and ready to go, you just want to stay home? I love being home, but I guess my worry is as this place starts to feel less and less like home, I'm going to forget, them and us. Like when there was people here loving each other all the time. A family. And I know I carry all that stuff with me, and I know they're not like looking down at me disappointed or something, but still, I want to keep loving the place because it's as close as we'll get to loving them now. So yes, Wilson and I are moving in together, and honestly, I wouldn't bat a single eyelash if he got down on one knee and asked me to marry him the second I got there, because honestly, this is the perfect time. Perfect. Like, right now. Look out there. Everything's golden. Truly.
She said, I know have to teach second grade or sell lemonade. I'll never forget the choices they made, and even if I end up elsewhere, it's where I Willowbark's not on the map, but it's here and I don't care if you think I'm wrong. This place that most people just pass through, it's where I belong. They say that Helen Troy was so beautiful that her face launched 1,000 ships. She was the daughter of Zeus himself, after all.
She had a temple at Rhodes, where she was worshipped as the goddess Dendritas, the tree goddess. She is a golden thread in a grand story written and sung by countless people for over 2,000 years.
They say that Queen Elizabeth I was also extraordinarily beautiful. Hundreds of songs, poems, and plays were written in honor of Her Majesty. Many of these songs, poems, and plays are still heard now.
No, not here. Not in Willowbark.
There is no theater here.
There is no library here.
There are songs sung here, many songs.
But they aren't written down, and they aren't sung for a great lady.
Though these willows stand tall in the sunshine, it drapes the pinks with elegance beyond any human design.
The wind sings songs through her arms and hair, a tune which we listen with our ears and in our eyes.
You can't hear it anywhere else. In fact, you don't hush up once in a while. You may not hear it at all.
So Greece had Helen.
England had Elizabeth.
We here, we have these willows.
They are tall, marvelous seers of Willowbark Woods.
And they will be here, whether or not they're worshipped in the door, whether or not people even still live here, or if people just pass through.
And they will sing.
They tell the story that God created back onto him, whether we're here to listen or not.
But if you happen to be coming through a place like this, and you feel a little tug somewhere deep inside of you,
And you roll down your windows, and the air fills you up with light.
there just may be a good reason to stop.
These days, we don't much feel like there's hardly any build-up in this world.
But every so often, and for us, right here in Willowbark Woods,
You can catch a whisper of the breath of heaven.
Breathe deep while you can.
The sun may rise and she may fall, but hung in all the branches is the life for us all. The
professional basis, scribble things down on a paper once in a while, like lyrics and book and music. None of it would matter without this wonderful cast standing behind me, who in one table reading, one dress rehearsal, and 6 other rehearsals put this show together in very, very short order. I just want to say thank you to Dr. Longton and his support. Of course, Ryan in the booth. And our departmental one-woman army, Kelly. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you for visiting the woods with us. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.